nyemu we ase ha asama to nyonko na to baby anka ho menso metene baby anka me pema yeden nanso wadoma nkoma
Enti Anope Mpacho say what join here. Thank you so much sir Anope we do what fidie nso e de ato ha ma memfa aseda ne bi Emma Mascon Estate Ghana Limited na Anope womo adaroma womo aboaye ye pa Pacho won cran ene ne mpatemu na o pass asase papa asase a manso twi bia no ene ho asase a edayie na afi project ahodo a wo pese wo ye nyina no ebetime aboa wo ye ma watimi awie peye dia Anope esese woni Mascon Estate Ghana Limited for edi enkomom Pacho one plot 70 by 100 30,000 Ghana cedis and a half plot no 15,000 Ghana cedis Anope se ubo na upini yene a yebetimi amount asase de bi e de aye project ahodo a wo pese wo ye ne Pacho say ye ka say yen sase ni nyina no egu chopoli e won kran ha eno cha Anope woni ye ni nsa wo so na ye beje mo more pensase for private development also a more pensase for commercial purposes but more pensase musi schools hospitals hotels filling station hold on and a event center shopping mall and a warehouse you know pacho ye won sase akese pa e wo ho no mo Anope se ubo na woni ye bedi enkomo a betimi ama na akewo project when isu adi hu no etimi awie pay Anope speak to us ye bejo and he just said this but I want to ask for your 20 bucks of cement free of charge. Now I feel yeah the 200 pieces of blocks and so at the pay so at the amount and pay it must concern Minka Kai will say and Sassini Nano Ewo Chopoli Ewo and Kra 10 minutes drive away from a year Central University and I feel 5 minutes drive from Seglemi Housing Project no Enunti and pay Pacho Ube to me Abba Sprinters Road Niso Community 18 Junction. One more any allied filling station no Eddie and Fenimo Ewo KFC no and Chenwa pair and pay for one more numbers no na one more bejo so na bra na one more M2 and a more M1 Pacho numbers no 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 and after 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 na one a year a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited for any enkomo Anope na womo ebejo so pa 43 after 7 St. Louisa local rice for Adaroba Anope mpacho womo ede emo anuncio de pa eno ana American for ede amawa Anope mpacho se wutie me a Anope di obe nyina no ene se esese woma wonsa eka St. Louisa local rice mpacho ye di ofie ye noa eton mankrofo ebetobi edi anuncio ede kama very nutritious enoti Anope open Ghana ha emo a yaye a eno eye mo a efiri asase so na ene ebo ama nipa dodo na nso enye adwuma ye dia St. Louisa local rice Anope mekan for ede amam pacho baby a war across the country bia no se opese utubi de dodo mu na woton a de obe nyina no ene se oni St. Louisa for ebedi enkobo wo mo beje so na afenhyehyɛ ni nyina no wo mo aboa amwatemi edi so pepepe pacho se open dodo mu atu Anope obekɔ eye La Paz ewo enkra ha wo mo eben Eco Bank no for wo mo on 0277 45 0277 45 742 0247 45 742 na ape watimi ene eye St. Louisa for Eddie and Komo between so after 0546 242343 0546 242343 na only St. Louisa for any and Komo Anope na womo ebejo so adomabwa uye pa pacho St. Louisa local rice there we here be pa
Kessben 92.9 Asidan Kwa
Electoral Commission is all set for the limited registration exercise. And the details at the bros. This is 92.9. We're bringing you the latest update of the Electoral Commission's limited registration exercise beginning this morning. Now, it is anticipated say over 600,000 new registrants and one more FSH anymore say one more betimi ede one sa akwakwatu to mfidie so na afei easy no etimi a capture omo onto Ghana's electoral roll. Now the anticipation of the new persons are one more turning 18 years and above one more FSH anymore say and one more ebetimi aye registration no and on komo ana anope yene ebabedi. Mind you, this exercise will last for 3 consecutive weeks until 21 days and Electoral Commission no EDSC ho say yemfa enye limited registration exercise na afei so enkrofo afei no bonya emfie dungotwe ekono womo nyina no womo ntimi entro womo den endra mame Jane Mensa ene ensem for edi enkomo na afei dwumadi no sɛ de besi akɔ nyina no wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu ma yenko na de edi kan yentie no emra.
I'd like to turn my attention to the mode of registration. Ladies and gentlemen, the registration will be for 21 days and it will include Saturdays and Sundays. All our district offices will have fixed teams ranging from 2 to 3 teams depending on the size of the district and the expectation of the number of registered voters to come through. The teams will work throughout the period in their offices. The mobile teams, as the name connotes, will move around from one electoral area to the next electoral area. They will spend 2 days in each electoral area and register qualified applicants in a particular electoral area, as well as the catchment area around that electoral area where they are at any given point. What this means is that once the mobile teams visits an electoral area, they will spend 2 days there. But you find that there are other electoral areas around there. And anybody who visits a particular electoral area from a nearby electoral area would be registered. However, our officers would inquire from them the closest polling station to the area where they reside, and they will register them in those polling stations appropriately. The mobile teams assigned to the 25 public universities will, however, spend 3 days in each public university. We'd like to talk about the eligibility criteria. CI 91, as amended by CI 126, will be used for the voters' registration exercise. Only Ghanaians 18 years and above who are of sound mind and who have not previously registered can register to vote. Eligible voters must be resident or ordinarily resident in the district where they intend to vote. The documents required for registration are either the Ghana passport or the Ghana card, that is the national identification card issued by the National Identification Authority. Voters, eligible voters who do not possess any of the above documents are required by law to visit the district officers in the district where they reside with 2 guarantors. And these 2 guarantors must be persons who are already registered voters to vouch for their citizenship and age. Sadly, in 2023, during the voters' registration exercise, the guarantor system was abused, and we found persons vouching for more than the 10 persons as the law prescribes. Our law prescribes that a guarantor should not guarantee for more than 10 persons. However, in the 2023 voters registration exercise, we observed that some guarantors guaranteed for more than 10 persons. The Commission is engaging with the Data Protection Agency and the Ghana Police Service to explore avenues to bring the violators of the guarantor system to book. Subsection 4 of Regulation 1 of CI 91 as amended states that a registered voter shall not guarantee the identity of more than 10 persons. So it is an offense to guarantee for more than 10 persons. And we observed after our 2023 voters registration exercise that some of the guarantors violated this law.
And that is Jane Mengs, Ghana's Electoral Commissioner, speaking to the press and explaining the modalities and the Kwame limited registration exercise. Now we're talking about, and now we're doing more about the eligibility criteria. First of all, you must be a Ghanaian. The kind with the Ghanaian with the 18 years. Now the Tosumbiano is the fact is district I will throw within a woman. You must be a resident in that particular district. As I say, Uyobia, baby, na fa kun I will throw within a whole anawoti, a whole anaobetuaba. Now why explaining also together saying sir, all the district offices of the Electoral Commission registration exercise ebekoso within the next 3 weeks, 21 days is again Electoral Commissioner Emma Yenya Munti asese womo ate your friend mobile teams womo ebeko round electoral areas ahodo nyina na afi womo timi ahese womo betimi a capture enkrofodi. Now on electoral area basis idea say mobile team depending on the nature of a dome what that particular electoral area it is expected say electoral area biano mobile teams ebe spend 2 days nefuano mieno na afe womotimi a register enkrofo again mami Jane Mensa say mobile teams eba wo electoral area wha womo ebe share the adjoining electoral areas and the electoral area B. But electoral area B and China is a free electoral area B. Now we'll call A. A more answer than it is a registration no air cost electoral area A. What it means is that one more will be non so essence one more ban into one more bar, one more subet to me a capture one more day. Mobile teams no a banning no at the amount. Now she goes further to explain, say 25 public universities. Ayana. There is a public outcry, especially a banner a student front now. One more has selected 25 public universities and they mobile teams to be able to call all the campuses of those particular universities. Now, I feel one more to me aquaculture student. I feel na one more enya 18 years no 18. Now, I feel one more so day etime abato woman no eswa na nkrata no emu. Now, I see on each campus university campus be a one bekono mobile teams ebe spend 3 days at university campuses and for instance University of Ghana EC team echo drew one more ebe spending the fuano mako miensa na afe one more team at their capture student now the most important one the modalities are war abatuo now the obetimi at the for registration Ghanaian passport a crowd the betimi aboa mo to kwan na which ukra Ghana card and also o de beba na o de register in the situation sa cards ya boso nyina no oni bi no ye wo de friend guarantor system obi ebegina anamu edi adanse sampa woni mu wo ye Ghana ni wanya mfie du nwotwe eno nti esese isi no ehwe na womogitom na womotro din ma wonso wodin eba abatoɔ nwoma no emu now eno no na wo kire mu se obi a wobegye agina mu se ubedi adanse ama obi se wanya mfie du nwotwe no na wobe guarantee edi ama no as a guarantor no enya ade a wobetimi a guarantee edi ama nipa edoso sin edu enti wakwa ama na bro so aye nipa du ana obetimi a guarantee ede ama womo. Now she goes further to say the 2023 limited registration exercise Electoral Commission ehun say the guarantor system enkrofo abuse yes wakwa ama na bro so ye nipa du but enkrofo guarantee ya ama ne bro edu but this time round enema womo de atu akwan mu and it say woman the Cyber Security Authority Edin Komo, woman the Ghana Police Service Edin Komo, Oko na wo ye guarantor, o guarantee manipa du baako koraa no abaako na aba beto so nti police for be hwe na afi wo mo atimi achew ama emra no ene wo edie. Now those are some of the issues the issues about minors because of this guarantor system no etimi eba on the voters roll ni nyina no wede ho enkomo again enkomo ni bi efa eye isi adwuma womo ho the cost involved with this particular exercise electoral commission no eba be undertaking plus the budget approvals any de keka aka ho nyina in fact edru baby no isi maame no nso edi nkomo maame Jane Mensa when it comes to the aspect of obsolete machines and equipment yedi ho nkomo for some time now no I mean, sir, and commoning in procurement processes, I dare say one more so anti machines are for fra one more year registration exercise in in fact, I dare say one more to me at the year procurement authority then she and them running in so for that reason there is no cause for alarm.
Equally important to highlight that we have gazetted all our registration centers as well as the movement plans that will be followed by our mobile teams. In fulfillment of Regulation 3 of CI 91 as amended, which requires us to provide at least 21 days notice to the political parties, we have briefed all our political parties of the upcoming registration exercise. This took place on Thursday, the 7th of March, during our IPAC meeting. And we shared with the parties the various centers nationwide, as well as the movement plan. I'd like to mention that the gazetted centers, our registration centers, as well as our movement plan, have been posted on our website. By informing the political parties as required by law, parties are now able to plan and prepare their agents to observe the voters' registration exercise nationwide. The Commission has always maintained that any interested party should, at the click of the button, be able to know the number of registered voters per day nationwide. This is because we provide them with adequate information that allows them to train their monitors or their agents to observe the exercise. In addition to that, we are mindful and we are confident that the observers also take a record of persons who come through to register on a daily basis at all the registration centers. Additionally, the kits or the registration kits have the capacity to print a start of day and end of day report, and copies of these are available to the agents of the political parties. Therefore, any political party, if they are interested, should know the number of persons who have registered in all the centers in any given day. We are confident that the arrangements we have deployed will help bring the registration activities closer to the doorstep of the citizenry. In 2023, we targeted approximately 700,000 new registrants, and we far exceeded that by registering 910,000 new registrants. We have no doubt that with these arrangements in place, we will exceed our target of 623,000 new registrants this time around. Ladies and gentlemen, over the last few months, we've invested a considerable amount of time into procuring our materials and logistics for the registration exercise and the election as a whole. Since 2020, we have adopted an open competitive bidding process as the method of our procurement. As such, with approximately 95% of our procurement advertised in the local newspapers, we are able to obtain value for money for our services and for materials. It has equally injected competition into our procurement and drastically reduced the prices at which we procure our materials. It is not a wonder that we managed to lower the cost of our election from $13 per head in 2016 to $7.70 per head in 2020, and saved our nation a substantial amount of $90 million United States dollars.
All right, and so those are excerpts from a Mame Jane Mensah. Now the target is just about 623,000. I know Anna one more extra anymore say one more bit me I register now. She said, sir, in 2023 with a target of 700,000 and over, target one more edema one more exceed by registering over 900,000 new registrant woman so a capture woman at the voters registration no so that is what the electoral commissioner is telling us. Now the details of a year costs related activities now acquire wafaswa one more a service sika ediama Ghana any ECD no what the ninano etuja. Now the issues about obsolete machines are a BVD equipment assess this were her response.
With the figure 623,000 per the census report of 2020, 450,000 people 10-8. With the figure 623,000 per the census report of 2020, 450,000 people 10-18 years every year. And so are you aware that in 2020 we held voter registration? So if you start counting from 2021 to 2024, you arrive at a figure of 1.8 million persons turning 18 years every year. And in the last registration exercise, we managed to register some 910,000 of the 1.8, and it leaves us with a figure of 890,000 persons who are yet to register. We all know that we cannot expect all 890,000 persons, at our registration centers. We cannot have all of them come. And so what we've done is to use 70% of that 890,000. And that gives us the figure of 623,000 that we've put there.
All right, 3 after 8. This is Kessben. Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker. I'm highly grateful. And that is the Electoral Commissioner, Mame Jane Mensah, speaking to us on the sidelines of a year, the figures, what to expect. Now, she goes further to explain to the entire nation, per the 2020 population census, the Ghana Statistical Service makes it clear, Afibiano, Nipa 450,000. Anna attending 18 years. Now she goes further to clarify, and in 2020 there was a registration exercise. Commission undertaking. For that reason, beginning from 2021, year on one more etime a capture be. Now for the period of 4 years, one more at the Ghana Statistical Service population report year Juma. What it means is that in 4 years, from 2021 to 2024, 1.8 million Ghanaians might have turned 18 years. For that reason, one more air capture. And so far, the one more capture, no 890,000. And out of the 890,000 per the data, they are expecting at least over 623,000 personnel and our persons who have turned 18 years, will turn up, woman so able to me about register one onto the voters register. Mamen ko ahomane so na many director in charge of finance and administration for the new Patriotic Party any Nkomo. Ura William Yamwa. Otemen Kanopi, good morning. Pachompom to say.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker. Me ho ye na wonso e.
Eradi adom, me so me ho ye pa. Na adope hefa na anam.
Here money away naja. Yes, you come na ya papo centers akohede registration no ko efa. So ni say and then issue registration exercise no started. And as a party, so yes, your key stakeholders ewom. Yes, should be any said yes, the record rounds. I monitor making sure say and just say you see they are to acquire sapepepe and koso nti eno ho ahosisi na ho boaboa na even na say you be make sure say you be supported by means of monitoring na process na timi akoso smoothly.
Very well. We are in charge of administration and finance. Made him said directives, every general secretary, why Ebibeko chairman, Dibibeba, Ebibeko director in charge of elections, research, Honsubeba. Then it finally comes to your office. Now, I think arrangement in United Me SC. Now, what is really the plan of the new Patriotic Party into this particular registration exercise?
As a party, only say this is not the first time I see a registration. Now the protocol and as arrangement or the say easy maho point say party no and as a parties involved, all stakeholders at the agents
Okay.
Now Omako observe with the process. New Patriotic Party, you issue easy emmanuel and I said almost CI. Now a training the regional executives now also I training the constituencies. You are when you say you nominating and I say you appointing agents at the core registration centers like any other parties involved, any political parties. It is our preparations, any arrangements, meaning yet at order that. It is a call from the head quarters to down to pudding centers, pudding stations. So our preparations are training, any arrangement to say you be nominating your agents. Now, Omako observe process. Obehu and Saebi, we must say NPP agents, alcohol no one, or your law abiding, and yes, Sakasaka. Obey you the CI na easy ankasa regulation obey follow no clearly and duly making sure say nipa so bi ba easy staff no aside obey you the CI no draw attention say there be CI ni ka say na say na ye eti na twon adwene so nti ase kwan so in the event say ebia bibi until once the same process ni procedure no the agents no are well prepared and well equipped say on be activated to the next layer they are making sure say easy follow the guidelines. Now parties involved beyond say or hormones piano comply with the EC regulations, the EC procedures and protocols.
Very well. Now this year's registration it's quite a little bit different from the usual ones previous ones, Electoral Commission undertake the exercise one more district offices across the country. Now, one more asset aside, mobile teams are Ebeko university campuses. Ebe movie across electoral areas depending on the district and then the number of anticipated registrant. Now, in terms of mobile teams, how prepared is the parties? How are you going to monitor the teams? Because woman free a year university A, no more university B, about 25 public universities. Is in say one more make allocation for mobile teams. Do you have this as part of your plan?
Yes. I would say you Emma advance notice.
Okay.
And you see so the movement plan. And so, it's based on the information available to us, any movement plan. Yeah, so you are prepared adequately to support. I would say to support, just so because you're partners in this process. And then as partners in this process, your core responsibility, and they say, you've been making sure, say, one, you're side, you've been making yourself available. Two, you've been supporting the process. Now, you're very successful, efficient, and effective. As a partner, you're ready. As a partner, you're prepared. As a partner, you're putting your resources together, making sure that baby could be at what time it's not that you want the movement plan in advance. We'll be able to be at those places at the right time.
Is it realistic to make me capture over 623,000 within a space of 21 days, actively, including Saturdays and Sundays?
Yes, I think so. Because all we say only Mr. will play the voice of the electoral commissioner. The projection using the population census, any the outstanding numbers are. You expect to say can you be register or and I believe looking at the work involved, any the speed, any the trainings and so on, or the ama or more staff no. Baby risk no war not a challenge no war we need to mitigate. One war baby register no. Their readiness, preparedness, any acceptance to the call and a bachelor say nipa obi obetumi aka say oh me afin ye bi na de nenko it Thursday maybe abetumi akọ centers for more na bia the whole day no o me register nipa bia 5 sec because nipa na ama say by nature and human beings no they pay multiple million and later and all that it is by the projection no say if in each day I think on register nipa 50 na ampa so nipa no timi call centers with these figures anticipated or projected figures numbers na then you said by that 20 or 21 days no show mutimi cover because one Oma consider the speed of the machine Oma consider the speed of the personnel based on the training na omo de ama omo consider all the protocols involved material availability of materials and all that. So it is a follow the normal order. That's a nipa now mobile centers no aqua register also appear at the right time. It must say Bobby Biara on register now or year of age. No only say a civic responsibility. Now or sorry and pa Omomodia say Obeko. But who said TVET ne Ghana Education Service for also I issue letters at the AMA students. Say principals ne heads of institutions Emma Ezia and provide Ezia and I want to Ezia to almost students no more to coffee a copy on 12 now almost on register. It's that who can students no you want to say institution that it's media students no. Something your best friend my phone so say wonga omni nipa bi ya adwuma omunya register no so ba omanim best kwan say omo pese omo ko exercise omo civic constitutional responsibility and after a year exercise omo grant omo such permissions na omo timi ko register na omo din ma electoral commission register also.
Very well. Zamu ampacho jina so kakraba me na mene wonua a wono nso every NDC ma DJ Bro ono deputy director in charge of election for the NDC me misa wono nso me wi a meba wo so bien because the last question no will be on the guarantor system no EC seems to have a challenge with that because we see anytime be an political parties no more abuse that particular aspect of their registration. Ma DJ Bro, good morning. I just say very well. Now, I don't pay for now.
On a pay the America say a party for election to work in the constituency region. They are all over. Yes, we are monitor from a center to across the country.
And the NDC is much ready for the exercise across all the constituencies.
America say we are very ready. We know say there were 262 centers that is covering 276 constituencies with an extra of 210 centers. Yedi agents so far
very well. Now, is within a space of 3 weeks, 21 days, as I said, you may capture over 623,000 and Crawford one more a year of age, 18 years. One more afeina, one more din eba abatuo and emo. I mean, so far agreement money is a core year during more IPAC meetings, Sanchez any ana ECD go akwemu yana.
In terms of target, there is a projection, an assumption. So that is not the keyword. But the keyword is a sentence, a movement plans. And the way what they told us, movement plans, so far, a huge matter. The little challenge which we knew would come up, and it's a we know of the state. They are talking about network problem at the district of. And we knew that to happen because the
Madi Tobo say Kintampo North. Monya information and report for Moncro for a say one more facing network challenges.
They are not able to place out the start of the issues. In some areas, Upa Salaga, Upa Dapoya, Yape, almost say, almost the activation code to be able to print the start of day printout. And this start of day printout is a key in the electoral process, especially when it comes to registration, to be able to inform machine was sent and start, OPD and this so. So these are some of the challenges so far that is coming up. But we believe in some of them, excuse some man and some man say, oh, say in the print out, a zero. So why not say originally the issues, But it's only to confirm, say, there's no issue. So printing out the one is key. But exercise is going on in most of the areas as we talk to you now.
Yes, but Madi, one, before the commencement of the registration exercise, as I said, machine, yenya activation code, ebetimi a printed ma yomo who say, I mean, within the system, no obiadi any machine, so that we know, say, from a fresh start, a fee na yeba be capture and crofodi. Is that how the whole thing is?
Yeah, that's supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be. You were starting, but over CI, I'm saying start of day. And first day, fresh one, you print out the machine now, or OBAD Nemo, then never start zero. Some sentences are given. Some are saying I'm an activation code, but they are started registration. And I mean, you both are district, some of the district areas now.
And they also areas to be a Salaga and a hand for me.
Salaga North, or Salaga North, you are yet to print. If I can't quit North, the Congo North Accra, even the youth in office, they because online they were not able to print the start of day or end of day printouts. So these are the issues that are about. Either online or offline, people must, the officer must print the statement start of day MIS. And access code, so say the activation code, I think that the commission should release it for the officer to be able to print it out for us to reduce tensions and suspicion at the center.
I see. Anna Kintampo not so peculiar challenge near there.
Almost network that's the what the officer is saying because network is not able to print by the register. But that's another issue I didn't understand. So I'm even following up because the network needs to be more print. Yeah, how do you register?
Network ni mo ntime printed then the start of the report.
Start of the report. So how do you register?
But would the same network give them the opportunity to capture because there's network system?
And that's the question because you don't need network to print out. You don't need. So these are the kind of stories that is coming on the ground. But stakeholders will be guiding, will be engaging the superior officers to also educate the people. Perhaps ABR at the top, education and common officers. I'm also be most abroad from. But start of the process. We will be guiding all of us. We will be trying to advise and do the best thing to be done for this exercise. And then one, but these issues are coming up, which we believe say we can resolve them as we are going on.
Very well. And what it means is that 20 minutes after 8, registration is underway, right?
Well, 20 years is underway in some areas. And like I said, maybe a network problem, they may be waiting, but the registration is underway.
Very well. Very well. Jina Sumami, my miss Yamua this particular question and sana my bawons also being because they're very important. The Electoral Commission raises concern about the guarantor system. Or say in 2023, the political parties abused the guarantor system. Now, this time around, a guarantor is not supposed to guarantee for more than 10 people. For that reason, a political party now we influence that particular model now and modality now. I mean, they'll report you to the appropriate courtesies to ensure say Emrano Ebeye Juma. How is the party going to guide against some of these things?
In part, as political parties and then stakeholders, I say I try to interrogate the stance of the EC. And Yankasa, what do we want? I think that you have a clean register. You have a register, indeed, any kind of blame and that's the cost of doubt. If in the past, the EC's report and answer accounts, after each year's exercise, they go back to the boardroom or the drawing table to review incidences and then reports and all that. It has come to the attention, say, the stakeholders involved, have used this process.
Yeah.
I think that now we have the Ghana card. Most of the people have the Ghana card, and I know that the Ghana card is one of the document for this exercise. Two, the best practice ensure now I guarantee that you bring your best register so that December 7th, after the election, the parties now they accepted the outcome of the election, and also it's welcomed. 2 or 3, after the exercise, you say you be making register available to all political parties and agents. And then say if there will be a cost, see you be people will challenge the authenticity of it per verification and validation. I think that and the right thing ought to be done from the onset. And I think that all of us, the parties involved, should try to cooperate and work with the EC. In each community, I don't think that the very people who can vouch for persons, maybe one person,
okay,
to abuse this opportunity, minimum as a party and as an individual, if we say it is in order.
Yes, but the assumptions are that this is where more parties, will take the opportunity to, bring in and introduce minors to the registration centers, forcing the EC officials to capture their names.
What name by you doing say NPP as a party, you're challenging other political parties or other actors. We make the attempt to say we use minors. I get to amount to the register. We stand for the best practice. We make sure, say, right things are always done at all times. So any act violating the process, we are not for it. And then your training, they should always abide by the rules and regulations of the EC. They should make sure, say, indeed the requirements the provisions of the EC and not strictly opposed or not upheld. We don't have intentions at all and at any point in time say you better abuse you and not you better breach and not you better violate the EC. We are ready to rather partner and cooperate with the EC. Now yet a very successful and smooth process.
Very well. Now, before I let you go, Madi Jibril raised concerns about some of the registration centers, Kintampo North, Wasaiti, Salaga, even in the Greater Accra region or Kankwe North, issues about activation code and network issues in the start of day report, and then Utie press conference Jane Mensa Okaye say there is an opportunity for the machine to print out the start of day and the end of day report. So that parties able to me attract it. So within the day, this is how many people are. I mean, the process is not a capture so far. In situations where the machines are telling you and officers are telling you, say they are unable to print start of day report. Obi also said networking, yeah. Obi said activation code ama enti yentimi enye no. I mean, what is going to happen next?
This is a technical issue and a concern to us all.
Yes, but such report to the Biaba Monimuana.
No, but once mini canana, it means there is something that is happening. Maybe Mimi receive me report that fee different from baby or no receive a fee. It all cannot mean or fabricating a concern and a technical issue. So I will call on EC, say swiftly, on sharing team, such concerns about technical issues, or more addressing it swiftly because the outcome of it, doesn't directly or indirectly affect one party or one stakeholder. Affecting you, yes.
Very well. Madi was a quick one on the guarantor system, no? A quite ben amube protected against a year and for a person abuses our system, no? Because it's a raising concerns.
You see, abuse of the system, it doesn't lie only on guarantor. It doesn't. Because at the point of registration, so be the Ghana card real. Now, how do you assess the Ghana card is a genuine Ghana card?
How do you assess the Ghana card say a genuine?
Yes, you can't agree. You only take the Ghana card and say the details and register the person. What So, about abuse of the system, it's about individuals and all of us to protect the sanctity of the issue. Say me guarantee umo dia, wana me guarantee ama. No me ba age 18 years. Na me guarantee ama no. How do you abuse it? Okay. It is all of us who are concerned because the reason why the guarantor system never money say the NDC said Nankaya ina ya wa Ghana card and no problem because obi a wota Ghana card ko register faster than the only Ghana card. But on baby what they say, the Ghana card you need somebody to guarantee, and there's a process. They are watching in Dinda and a watcher or guarantee more. So how that becomes an issue of abuse?
Yes, but Madi, you agree with me, sir? I mean, in times past, this is where Ankrofua, woman need 18 years, I mean, parties, Munina, you are at fault on this. Seemingly, easy baby, Obeba Ababeka said, one more capture minors. I mean, on the same register. So the question is that political parties, no more agent, all the centers. I mean, how are you going to deal with people that one more beba? Who say we will need 18, yet we want to register the person.
Let me speak up. The woman say, I'm requiring to say, we banner of process 18 years. Why do you move? Because you know what one of your wool and you will say 1 to 18.
Maddy.
And one say, in form so. Never to 10 now, only say 1 to 18.
Kessben 92.9.
And I think that if all of us will follow this process and not assumption and not say, the MPP for energy is over and the way back and NDP for who will easy because let's educate the people say there will be internal agents more. So people are not supposed to say when you're going to do and not say when you're on the age, fill a form. There's a system that you have GRRC, who are telling you come and prove. Maybe by certificate, maybe by BBC, I only say when this age. But at the spot, you cannot stop anybody from registering.
Is the NDC promising the EC and the entire country, say, I mean, you guide against minors getting onto the voter register?
Because we believe he said, the minor, if he is giving 100 Ghana to go and vote for any particular, he go and vote. He doesn't know the essence of what he's doing. So we protect it. We will make sure that that works. Because in 2023 registration, people came with the Ghana card with age of 15 to register.
With the Ghana card, they came with the Ghana card. Also, with date of birth, they were 15 years.
You see, when it comes to manipulation of the election, even the presiding officer, the registration officer, if he has a bad motive, he can abuse the system to favor someone.
I see. It's money now mobile guide against this. Okay. You all guide against this to ensure say you make a credible register.
That is why we have agents and all that. In the elections, in all these things, we all do our best to protect the system. To get it perfect. It is difficult to get it 100% perfect. It is difficult. In the world, you cannot get everything perfect.
Very well.
We will do our best to get it better.
Very well. Madi, what's how the be chat to that being called a year, Mr. Yamuasu, the offense?
Oh, the word million church say, as I now started, now among for 18 MP and Betromudi. But Mr. Obi Kasa, Nikrom Kasa, and the nationality. And this minimum of the region, another because Yaka Dabani, so the Kasa, don't prevent him from registration. Obiso Asante Memona want to be Asante Kasa, and no one said on those issues we should guide against because Ghana is not, I said, citizenship is not based on tribe or language.
Very well.
Because these are the things that create tension in both our stronghold and NPP stronghold. If those things is guided against, we will not have challenge anywhere in our registration.
I hope so. I feel the more embarrassing for political parties, and campaign for a school them.
Okay, the NDC fought for that. Your registration at the registration polling center. So that nobody will travel. But we still have sentence that you need to travel. For instance, I have also central. I won't be safe. Almost only one center. A free circle. Echo all these before you go to their center. How do you manage to take people to go and register? So when you talk about that, this happens. Okay?
I see.
Vaccine of these things, but once the registration is not done at the district registration center, some support to people to go and register will happen. There are people who are born and stay in areas that they want to go and register in their hometowns. Somebody will make an effort for them. But what we are talking about is men for people be and cost some food in this area. This one control even though on 3 that we are fighting against it. But me make a choice with him, Mr. Seki. Number one cry. Nami MP and I said the one that name there were 10 I don't see a problem with it.
Very well. Madi, but me now I see be any best side what the incomo be. Why? Very well. Mzaya mo ba choti menka.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, enti the obeka twa to. I hope say mo nso mo mbase obi a.
Yeah, the mbase obi a. Yeah, they encourage Ghana for omo of age. Omo do age 18. Omudini register the omo register because a omo constitutional right, a omo civil obligation. The Obisa mini and it's omo base. O didn't say I am base. Name of the all can say Obitia. Nothing if I can or quite Juma on I didn't quite Juma. Or quite Juma on I didn't quite one. A Jordan Anka said baby or two and you put the care with you and I didn't quite Juma.
Yes, but we know or register or back to Abamobi, right? And you know, we decided that the impairment.
I said no, that a kind of send exception, and I said that they determined we no say the condition will be maybe mining or now my increasing the let's try 14. My young coffee amount for. Because one of regime because almost the meaning say almost a pro me party. Now me for Mumra me grano, now me increasing my fortune or because the last time you two abano now margin you see my member more than to me and none that this are bass and my bass. But you only say a obia civil rights may constitutional obligation say as a say or two aba ATM rather instead of say you take center stage of it. No, yeah, educate you. Now, omo say a yoma said you know for register no what me to abano. Yeah, nyanisa. Name the air and say okay, time let do. That is not the position of our party. The position is rather no, yeah, sensitize the amount for 1 more year of age. Say no matter, yeah, appreciate it. 1 more call constitutional right and mandate. No matter for register and a brand new so almost for Tuaba, or Marco exercise or franchise. That's the position of my party.
Very well.
What feel like so dear, but man educating no one tears, yes, so be quite human and on in the coffin, if the car could see me featuring a coffin and didn't see the Jumamua, will be called register Nabansoa, and then I said, yes, and yes, sir, will be on some kinds will be Kakasabia or yet Ghanaian. I mean, who took who do effort to cry. Immigration officer will right to question you. Passport ni kuta ono kra speaker. We are Ghana ni ukuta Ghana passport. Or kind to interrogate you, making sure say indeed passport no acquire no a can say rightful manner and not legitimately. It so be interrogate you will be and that will be a subject will be to set kind of protocols. And yes, it will be intimidated, will be and then interested will be deny will be the privileges and opportunities. And your protocol are in place, and we have to exercise it.
Very well. Mzayabwa, I'm grateful for your time. Why? Maybe any other side in combo and William Yamwa. Fetch me. Watch out for to some William Yamwa, in charge of administration and finance for the New Patriotic Party. Madi Jibril, a deputy director in charge of election for the NDC. 37 after 8. This is Kessben and this is Election Avenue. We're bringing you live update from the registration centers. Now, I don't pay anywhere the home and come on. And it's a one between and 7th May and the Kwakosi a year 27th May. Bosumi aye womi Electoral Commission and she say yemono as a more a fee na modi mfie du ngotwini nyina mutimeko na yechomode ewo abato enkrata no emu. And that is the conversation I don't pay yene wo have already said kase idea say exercise efras here dada enunti so what can just locate a year wo district office of the Electoral Commission na control with the where you for so that person by the training there you can assist him. Mamin ko na me ni ato eni nkomo ato good morning that is saying
I want to morning mo ya so
already ado me so me ho ye pa enti boy nkomo registration centers ehe ne he ana watimi akopie mu ewo Kumase ne mpatem.
Yo, I want to know that Sunday na Electoral Commission. If you were say obi biala what di 18 years on to media no and omo bie nkata mato say wo say nimpa no wo akwanya say oba na so betru di na Nyankopon ya aduma 2024 election no so watumi enyi akwanya atumi akotu bi na ene no me wo EC May office ma ewo nhyiaye so abato pesia so aha no ya chemu mienu ye obaako ewo subi na baako so ewo nhyiaye so na ni nyina fole ni nyina wo RCC aho na ye omo main office pa no aha na ewo na awo nyina tana na pay omo kan ni bedi ha na chefe abo nonso pepe nonso no na Electoral Commission admefo no ewa ha omo tieti omo ahye mu omo tables ene omo nkonya ene omo bibia omo transia omo twen se yenwanu ma omo betwumudi no omo betwumudi na so na obia emai na medopa sa sectors ya midnan ya RCC ya aha Kumase metro na Kumase metro no empesia bato pese makomako enum ene ewa se de edikan bantima ene nhyiaye so ene ayewo menhia north and south bantima nhyiaye so menhia north and south ene ayewo subi abato mpesia so makomako enum ene hye Kumase metropolitan Kumase metro no ase ndi saa abato mpesia wo so ye hwe ni misem ombeba na omabatro omudi bibiala wonye mfinhia di wotwe bia no beba na obetwe di na sane media no etie no wabe ba ni wo sey bambopo ewo hasi a omo so boban kama pa afi na edoma eba betwe di ni so ebebe na so efi esro na omo betwe di nti wabe no kasa die ebetwe no enipa eba betwe di no omunya emai afi na no kasa omo ba mawewem ye mo mpim de betwe nya amanyako ni bi na ye ne omo atwe enkomo afa energy medie wo sene efi kono me no kasa de bambo adwumako no so ewo ha omo boban sene be ya asumdue ebetumi aba nti ma memmo mpinu na ye ne eye mu eye amanyakun bi NDP ni NDP wono ebi ha na ye no mo edidi nkomo nipa cho brane mi no ni nkomo aka nipa cho ni mo kwa ba edo ba Kessben
yeah me too
na odi ndi tin
Melinda Alhaji Mustafa Manshiya South organizer Manshiya South organizer NDP yeah
eye hwe ene uba he penalty
ba no ya babi duru abe 7 o'clock ye ba ye no so no kura na obi ani ha afi na me hu se nipa hwa se ba na sisi de on ina ne se de bompa ye se asumdue mbra na hwa se ekọ ewiye no na asumdue nso aba ama obi atina chiro ni bi
me ba 7 o'clock na mo ina mo ha sei but na enipa ba batwo mu din no na omunya emai nso se ba de ubo na anko appointing na anything na mo atumi ama na se case come be ba na ye o hard mama ni na mo mai no
de on say obi wo di cham screw from oba at least cars kind and out obe spend be 40 cedis na de na yem fan ko na ultimate trinity enti ba omo be ba ha no de ma o enti media me yusu say anka di ko obi ali district better say di be ba office main office o
enti awoduna sene amanyako anything ni ba ko na me ni din komo na pay obetra na bo me betu ya na ko ni fa won na bia o ma ne bo nonson afina enimpa omoba abetro omudi no ebi abedi lie ni ba bi omo fidie se ka na de omo ba dia ene obia entumi enchira so mo ina abotu ya omo abahasi ndi won ye bo senke pe yanka de tro no nka ye fa nko omo pesua so nanka omo no omo tumi ntwom de tene bia obu ho a woni keska then pano ebetumi akọ na ne pesua so akọ trinity wa ase nti ona me ne di nkomo ne hwese ebetumi enya yenyan mo MPP for bi na no mo so atwetwe nkomo asenya ekwe mo akọ ba pa jodi sise
Efrem Kennedy Dinka Manshiya North deputy youth organizer
okay what one say for MPP okay also by SNS no say na we to be hunifa do we be koyi wa ka bono so afa mo ma ebe about 843 na fini ni pai ebe obi
ebekoyi pa in the sense that adwuma is obi ka say koyi na ebia ehuru rather so menya ne say day one Ghana typical of Ghanaians day one no obon say ahokeka no ewo from na free hoko no obon say ahokeka no ewo soro nti no senya wokae no Manshiya South for na say dodo na aba eba be show di initially no ebi edi kan aba ba ko bi no aba akọ nti no say wo ni say nipa ne de afi na fan say ade achi adodo na apie nti no no nwotwe abo free hoko ne de ebekoyi a Dinshon a very successful 21 days now easy the atu on bibi abekoso yi
and the ordinary emia MPP ni ba koso na ye no ekotwe komo yen say ebetumi enya yenwan ma omoso afi e na omoba abetwemu din no na edum din komo ba ko mi no bia abayo
atobone tell me
nyame ando me hwe
na what is question of your buy
freedom
so ade na fina oba abetwemu
na me o school menya sa akonya na mba be afi na menya akonya na mba be
oba no ofisi challenge bia na
ba be me ofisi shi
so okay enti awoduna nyano ma omba ma so ba twero mu din no ebi na ye no mo atwetwe enkomo na ma me hwese menya brante ba ko so a
ato ba me na wa na yemfa wodi no ensi wodo thank you. Ato a report from Kumasi, the air costono in some of the registration centers. But me quite would to say it not many Mekunyampo any incomo. Meko to make a good morning at saying yes, at say I would to say to say boy and como.
This year I would say West Namibia. Mafi I would say is the Caswa de Hoyaboko. Na Menoka said I would say West Namibia. May report na this okay videos are made by na sisi ano idea amanfo a wo ha me ka amanfo na kese voters a omo pesa nko mo bazinya omo ID card na 18 years for no na nka mo timi ato aba no ne ndis na bi before wa woni omo de mo agimu e ha a kese hi up to now kwa no enya ade a ase da adwosa ni nya ne se according to both parties no initial agreement omoye ne se enka we wa abedi ka bantem nya wo na wa bantem na obeko ne mum Oba NC4 Edom Nkofo by NDP4 Edom Nkofo by 25 wemu na omayewi na another 5 so de ne die nso wemu na so kama kwese amobedu ha no ya sesa more than nipa bese oha ani egu akire azatama na mi twa videos ne de na nya de nipa ba kokora atime wemu na watimi register ni nya se NDC ni MPP for se omompene emma exercise no enshase enti eteki police commander wo awutu briku ha owi asemenyo ene ne men ene timi ba be de men for san ba ya asumdue atimi aba ha nti so far so good no ejisi ano nipa be se edu fi anopa no nipa be se edu pe ene atimi agwam a omotimi atati process nti isi ni de ne dia ne se na wayi nani ete ho aya isi officials no nya se wo obedi ka agwam na nkomotimi aya ma and this year de ma hu se senior commander so aba because ha ma wuti senior wet ano omo commanders back miensa bo bia se commander and senior answer that wutu be could be in the district capital no and this so far ma hu commanders two no ha and then the men me hanimani kan men best kobesa biunu and na wa ha see ya omo hwe na omo to nema see ya first 5 no adi kan bram a omo ya wi na another 5 na aye kono and this vouchers MPP for asan akofa another 5 from the diwe mu nya ade omo be pene and see ya no so no gate na no ankasa EC office gate na anka se owuramu na wo ne nkwala ne kotena ase no enya ade a sisi ya no obi a timi ko obi a timi ba commanders 2 no ewo ho mahu aye awutu senya west NDC chairman ha mahu awutu senya west MPP research officer enso ewo ha je se obi a to ne nsa je se oman ani initial plan amuna aye ne se we be call 5 ne be nso akọ 5 na enya ade a obi abeprinti yenim a se omukofa
na webisa wo modikodi nti aye registration na NPP for akofo mo nkrofo na NDC so akofo mo nkrofo aba e de nti
eno ne asem a na even commander kwa AB from no bisa se nkrofo ya makofo mo abai unitrim no wo be de nso betwa mo na so
ontuma exactly
wo kun ho ai je se wakofa na fie bia na kura ase na se ade aba enti sisi awo kono hu oye wi ani tinu be de hu enti nka omunyai na nka isi no emfa ne mbra na odi adwuma ne se first come first serve na nka mo fanya adwuma na so parties mienu ide omo se lalai enya ade ahomoti ase ho na beba police ba so omo ahwe ama sanity aba ha enti main office ankasa obe gate na edi agwamu no anu no na omo mienu tira wo ho no members a omo ye amu nko ye mom na so na speaker ade ba ko ne se me hu school fu a share school entire a anka by this time anka yesen ko mo school dem so mo busu esan line no a ene omo nya chance kura enkomu enu na ade ba ko a ha bi ni nyanse ade a delay enkwara no so wo ha ma hu school entire bi se Zion wo ha pedi ni ade a wo ha enkwara nya delay mu a na so besi nei omo ntumi ngwam because of that chaos
omo ye secondary school for na hwan for
there be
JHS for
pepe ni ami hu ha nyina no GHS for enye SS minia
I see Breko ma me na wasefo ani de akiri bia de be sa ba ho biem why
mate minia
bia anya boko it is only 49 after 8. This is Kessben 92.9. I said that'll be a 22 bet for the Pacho. When you home, there be a ultra bet pa. And I'll pay platform by Kwame Pacho. The initial deposit have been making it to me a winning some bonuses and level of cash. A 22 bet for another pay. As I say, call on platform no so. Na I say play on platform no a 22bet.com.gh 22bet.com.gh na I say wakoso mo amope casino wa wo pe aviator wa wo pe soccer leagues ahodo ni nyina say obetwa bet ni bi ewo so no wacho 22bet.com.gh for ewo games ahodo ni nyina bi ewo so enti adopay koso and place your bet to win and bet to play and the amount this kapa wacho di obetwa bia obenya bi win enti adopay make it a point na wonso twa bi ewo your platform you so and this is your election out there. The registration exercise, quite successful, going well on day one. And we'll live to see in the coming days. We'll give you all the update on the same platform. I said that be Emma's Global Link Limited for Edia. I don't pay one more daroma, but you one more deal able to cry. What reshow said, nay, the court now, Wakwakotanamana, Wakoto Abrabon, so Ewobiano, as I said, Odon Toma Echo Ball, Emma's Global Link Limited for the Ano. Now, I think one will say, Papa, one more dear Guaquemina, one so what to me and your mocha. So we are students now. Kwame Appiah Kubi this year. So, but school no applications. Nina, Jai Fasho Munsa, Bombay Nina, the Amakama Kamba, and what you know, a professional, be a teacher, we a nurse, we a plumber, civil engineer. The opesa Okoya Wamananibia, a Jumana opesa Okotana Okoya, but you won't be paid Juma. Now, I feel visa and so one more day at the about. And I'll pay when you're money come more speak to them. Now, one more Ebejo, so I am saying, I feel well, per se. We have flight ticket reservation, or per se we hotel reservation. Ninano, one more a year who drew what you have on one crata, and I'll pay only Emma's for a dim one. But your woman by Yancy saying, come, I'm at one side to me account crata, Kokumase, Snakes office, and share anymore. So I was a Safu labor, a whole and I'll be home Emma's Global Link Limited for a favor bank cry, one more ever White Cross Junction, Wager, Kasua, Main Road, so one more West Africa Decotars, and I'll pay for one more on 0504 203401 0504 203401 and after 0535 502499. Now when the MX for any and come more and pay that one more epic was so pa. I said that be a Eclipse collateral management for Edia. But your Eclipse idea one more boy with Japadi and Crater same but your one more the year Jumana one more to your commissioner and I don't pay we a Japadi but your one born Crater and what buy more Edia to a Japadi so dia and chance will be once. That's one fast wapa I don't pay for brand not one more fine Jumana Montia Sika ewo and what you know pelo only collateral over Eclipse collateral management why but your one more a domo bounce it be a collateral no ebi to secure the loan. I don't pay speak to Eclipse collateral management. Omo track wine ewo a year a dental new site Abakan Street. Now when you want more edding come more but your friend 0266 999020 0266 999020 and after 0302 551877. Now when the Eclipse collateral management in the end come more think safety and a decent income. This is your election event. Good morning.
Mr. Speaker.
Ghana for the money 54 gone past 6. Maakye and Mascon Estate Ghana Limited for any and come on. Yes, Kwame Appiah Kubi at Tanasi from a Mascon Estate Ghana Limited. Now, what be? But you're not just an answer as a power. Now, come up and so a war. What do you match it? Now, Empomo to say,
oh, Nyamia do Mokona Sway.
Eradi the Empire.
Yeah.
A Mascon for her to say,
Nyamia do Mupia, when you are so much sharp on with your phone and her phone.
That's right. When so many so it's your phone, so your money. I don't put my income.
Yo. Abusian for a council dear Obika was say a boko and Ninada and say Imascon Estate Ghana Limited, ye Dumaku Sunkwa. Yeto and Sase, Yeton and Sasia, a yen Sasi Papa, and a dima amount for. Sanson Pona, what was Assinariano, Ubetimin so Edia Shayansa, near see a dano Eddie amount. Sadia Baya, Ubetimia Towo, no never be pebby, near Jaudu tree, Atonu Abusian in Ada. Debiani ataka chawse asase de eye japade asase se wonya bia eno no betimi ade ato de ma enchirima daakye ankɔma bi ne nkyima ne ba wɔn mo boss boɔ de biara da sɛ wo ba transfer asase so no sabi o sika wonya ye no wo de be raw dress anaasɛ bia wo de be ya nneɛma a ɛnsa na ɛmfata enti so benya asase panso dia na adwumakuo baako pɛ ɛno ane yɛdi ho adanse de ma wo sɛ bra na bɛtɔ nsase ne bi ɛfiri asoɛyɛ Imascon Estate Ghana Limited Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yɛfiri na santen atɔ nsase ɛde ama Ghana de hyeɛ ɛde bi ama wɔnom wɔamonone ɛwɔ abra akyematoɔ ana wɔ ha bia ɛma so de biara da die ntɛm me ka wɔ yi ɛne sɛ Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yɛnsase a yɛtɔn no manso sem bia dani so no langari sem bia we wonya asem bia ɛwɔ akyire efi sɛ wɔne nsase no na nanom yɛmfo ɛne a wɔne yɛgye nsase from nsɛm no yɛde kan ɛne wɔn atena se ayɛ ho bibia hwie deɛ ɔse yɛde ma wɔnom yɛde ama wɔnom ɛwɔn nsɛm yɛ ɔsɛ yɛka bia nom ɛno nso so abusuafo ne ahwɛfoɔ ne nyinaa no yɛaka ho asɛm nyinaa da awie enti sɛ wotɔ yɛ asase a wonya wɔ ha bia ɛwɔ ho ɛno ntina ɛna no pɛ Imascon Estate Ghana Limited yɛto yɛn nsa frasafa ho bɛto yɛn so fa wɔn ntoma bɛbɔ yɛ dia no na bɛtɔ yɛn nsa asene bi na sɛ wotɔ yɛn nsa asene a wato adi wanya dapadeɛ kɛseɛ wonya wɔ ha bia da ɛwɔ akyire de biara da yɛn nsa ase a yɛkan ɛwɔ Twopoli ya ɛno ɛwɔ Dowenya kwan so ɛwɔ Greater Accra region ha yɛatenie ɛyɛ na manfa adwom sɛ Twopoli na yɛka no ɛwɔ Volta region da bi ɛntesa Twopoli ɛwɔ Greater Accra region ha ya sɛ mɛde kan aka no ɛwɔ Dowenya kwan so baabi a Central University ɛwɔ no ɛwɔ apɛ ane nsase no ɛno nso so ɛwɔ sanso mpɔ ne yɛbɛn sagleme affordable housing deɛ ɛta aka wɔn nsɛm ɛwɔ Ghana ha no ɛno nso so Twopoli baabi a nsase no wɔ no ɛbɛn ne papaapa na wodi free Central University ɛkɔ baabi a yɛn nsase no wɔ ɛwɔ Twopoli no ɛyɛ just 10 minutes drive pentu betuma tumnika no akɔ abasisi a sanso mpɔ na free sagleme affordable housing ɛkɔ baabi a yɛn nsase no ɛwɔ no ɛno nso yɛ just 5 minutes drive enti we kura no wo betuma bɔ akokɔ mpe ane mpo no betuma da yɛ trottens walking no akɔ abasisi a mekyɛ sɛ baabi a nsase no ɛwɔ no ɛdeda yie ɛwɔ kurom nso efi sɛ Twopoli wa menkan baabi a yɛn nsase ɛwɔ mu amanfo binom kura di kansi so ɔma dan wɔ hɔnom dada ɛbɛn baabi a yɛn nsase no ɛwɔ ɛna me wɔn nso mekan wɔ ho sɛ wɔn Reverend Sam Kranche Ankra wɔsɔ panin no baabi a ni prayer city ɛfɛ ne sɛ Shiloh City ana Shiloh City ɛwɔ no ɛwɔ apɛ ne yɛn nsase no ɛwɔ entimi twamfo ne ɛde akyerɛ sɛ yɛn nsase no ɛwɔ krom pɛɛ ana ɛsan so ɛde da yie sɛ wɔn nso wɔn sɛ ɛnkyɛ biada Kotoka International Airport kɛseɛ yɛba bɛyi deɛ firi baabi a ɛwɔ yi ne ɛde akɔ Twopoli mpotam hɔnom entimi sɛ wata wo a wotie me ɛne wo a wohwɛ me ɛna no pɛn bɔmɔden atotom ne kana bra na bɛtɔ yɛn nsase ne bi firi sɛ bɛdu brebe no na wɔn nsase no asa bon sɛ hɔ abia wie na hɔ no asa entimi sɛ wata bɔmɔden bra na bɛtɔ bi mekan ebi a wote ka mu ane mpa wo te dwumadie bi wo pɛ sɛ wo gye yɛ numbers no na wato bo ase no afra yɛ numbers no ɛyɛ miɛnsa deɛ di kan no ɛnie ɛyɛ 0553 840 646 0553 840 646 deɛ ɛtɔ so mmienu nso ɛyɛ 0553 838 730 0553 838 730 Anna the chatons here 0209 155 437 0209 155 437 Ebusia numbers miensa yɛde dwuma ɛwɔ Imascon asɛyɛ ani wɔpani a wɔda dwumakoi wa no ɔno ana numbers yi ekuta no enti wagye numbers bɔmɔden afresi si ɔbɛgye so nkomo bia person ni di ɛwɔ yasase ho no ne nyina nso ɔbɛyi ho ano ɛbra oni di sa nkomo yi na tie ne nsase a mekan yɛ residential na ɛsɛ baabi a wo pɛsɛ wo si dan na wo tena mu ana afɛ yɛwɔ commercial service plot ɛno nso so ɛyɛ sɛ wodi bi adwuma enti yɛn nsase ɛdeda ɛkwan ho medical culture yɛn nsase no eni kwa yɛ bretuo forest mbaabi ɛdeda kurom evisa amanfo mpotito no tata ne yɛn nsase yɛ ka ho asɛm menua ɛni da ensuom ɛnya atechem ane yɛn nsase no ɛdeda asase prada da ɛso wodi wɔ yɛ American bra ne bɛhwɛ Kessben TV and after mu Facebook no enso eso yen sas ye de nyina egu ho no aba be sade yesi eka wasemi mesi yen sas no eya asase prada so na eda won no eni da ensuom ana engu be persons no aka se bia e bia ensuo to anan from afa enso woda so bepa na akofa asem e de abra odabi enti wodi afo ne kurotwa wisie na bra be hye de ye kan no nsampa so di asampa samwa me kan fa imascot yensase ehwo no eye ensempa ana me kan ede atro ena no pay mini atie ne yensase no so yeyiyi akwan dia totum eye demarcated won yeyiyi akwan ede atotum ensuo ewo honom sanso mpo na enkanea enso ewo ho enti so beto yasase no a entempa nche se wusi udani bibia ya available eti no ansa wudi djuma wo pabiada na me kan eye commercial service plot no me kan ebia wo pese wonya binadi bie asore wusi asore wo so ene mpo hospital filling station eye school na pese wusi wo so eye event center eye warehouse ana shopping mall wodi adwumadie bia pese wonya asase yantam na wodi di bia no nso ekwan da ho a yebetwa bi ne yete ama wo empo so pese wotu ni duduo mu nso ewo ye nche no nso woton a eno nso so ekwan eda ho enti de ye kanisa a different Monday ekopin Friday no bamadia bra ya officer eno ewo Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction ya ye ne Allied Filling Station ena edin hwanimo an ye sanso eben KFC bamadia bra ne be ye booking oba for our valid ID card one for ID card bra ne be registration na se booking ne yetema mu nipa dodo a Saturday bia de kwa asase so no yetema mu nipa dodo a yedemo elkom me se bra na be hwe yensase no eno ne yede ato Kessben TV so yi abusia hwe ebinie we eye gated community on say ya to wall e dia found dada enti onya afi na akoseska say da akoto wall bia ne ade ya chechem kama we ya me kan ye nuano mo amno ne abrochefo no to no mugusa wonom eto enti sa wo amonane ana wutiemi wo kumase wo sunyan ba bia wo biaram ya wo pe asase papa to na wo die sidan atenam ane mpa wo pa asase papa da kwan ho na wo die bie adwuma bi no ba modian sa wo do ne be kiremu e wo ya so ye Imascon Estate Ghana Limited na opa ensase ne eta wo chapo de opa bia ne yatwa ne yade amam na tie ne yem yensase ye kan wasama mese ewo eye tropolia eno ewo dowenya kwanso Greater Accra region no won se enemre ensase bo eden ewo enkraha eni Ghana ha nyina dane enso ye de ye adwunu ne pese wo ye fie rent no yensase ya tetebo no so ye hwenhwan so ede aba fam ede amam sa wo pe one protam eye 30,000 Ghana cedis 30,000 Ghana cedis it is canom 300 million and a binum sasa miame dia chire akwa bi sabi buo ene ba bia nsase ndida na asam nko a ebinum dia ne buo tem nanso ye de yase adwuru hunti ana one plot ya teso ye de ma 30,000 Ghana cedis it is can 300 million and this our per half plot on so eno aye 15,000 Ghana cedis it is canom 150 million na we ya kan same yankasa chenchena tamni nyina bransa ne yede asase na ma dabi yese brabetia emu bianom eye half and 50% enti one plot na di ma 30,000 Ghana cedis no yese di cambra betia emu eye half eno ye 15,000 Ghana cedis and half plot on so eye 15,000 Ghana cedis no yese brabetia emu half eno ye 7,500 na wutia half new year na ya dudia ya krata ni bibia edi amount ewo plot no eso na afei ya twa asase ne edi amount sem wudumedie bia pese wodi ewo so no start na ye ewo so na bia me ka bia wutua wi a na hu asam na kwa bia o se wo start beka se bia escon na adem enti ya dwene mo hu ya san so ema mo benefit promotion an ya di ma no ne se ya ma cement box ma kuma ko 20 bucks of cement ya de chew free safa kwasha udumadi aso asase ne so ena afenya no kom ya san amount 200 pieces of blocks 200 pieces of blocks. Ya de kan ho ade ma sem. Fa ko start bibi sa wona pesa o to so. Sans body pesa wo ye bia osom. Fa ko ye sa de ba ya wutuma dia wudinum. We be nsampa it must conform. Ya dom ya dwenem ho. Ya pesa wo so timi ye fiewura. Wotimi di dwuma wa asasen sa no nti. An ya de sa kwanya we sonko. Ya de to wona ya de ma wontabusia. Bomodian bra. Na beto ya asase no fisem. Ya do ya powasem de ho Ghana ebinsi da. So be ka sabra beto asase. How plot and answer one plot now watch out 20 bags of cement, any 200 pieces of blocks. Ebini baby I just say Imascon Estate Ghana Limited. So what person be see a dino smawa and on see a don't your contractors on my penny, ye be see a dino at the amount. And told you the yancy a sebra. For the cadbra baby can registration. Namiminta, Yanko assassin so, no for any a question see a short show. One said the assassin sit tasso, and ensium at the baby ya a correct pa. And to me, I'm the man who is you. The American at the actual Obian Sam, Yansas in the Winyata, how bien so no longer the same as Sembian yet or Hinibiam how ever so and Unteno, but my dear brother to be Messiah Sassano, ever Tropoli, ya a one cramantamu, ever Dowena coin eso, Ebusia Gia number CBO, Ebra ya sorry so, na ya cream. Your number no a 0553
0553
840
840
646
646
0553
0553
840
840
646
646
and 0553
0553
838
838
730
730
0553
0553
838
838
730
730
and 0209
0209
155
155
437
437
0209
0209
155
155
437
437
Abusia bra Niam Konkoria Sasemisi office in our Sprinters Road Community 18 Junction ya ni Allied Filling Station edi hwanimu ye san eben KFC bra me to sasene bi ye nche cement any block said e ya ubetimi awie udanisie na bia kos kama edi ama
thank you so much yes the Mascon Estate head on Pacho Coaching Sassy Papa Ewo litigation free lands and I don't pay a Mascon for a toll. It is only 7 after 9 and this is
Kessben 92.9 Asidan Kwan.
Kwame Appiah Kubi, many the General Secretary of my GCPP any Nkomo registration exercise here political parties yeni ebimo at the Nkomo. How much more about the other political parties and then independent candidates ahodwa one way you mutinina ahead of this year's election. How are they monitoring this particular exercise? Citizen Atodazi, General Secretary for the GCPP. Citizen Otemeka, good morning. That's saying,
Mr. Speaker, good morning. Mr. Waiting for no no ye, no what's right.
I don't mention me when you're for the phone. So, and first off, registration process is more part of it, Anna.
Oh yeah. I mean, once the electoral commission, what do we calendar but to go our IPAC, we discussing. We elected all our officers to stand by for the registration process. Now one monitor, now one share there. BBR code Modoko. And the what I say, I've actually had some of our original officers there. So far, so good. But I have few concerns.
Concerns, but what I want to know first, I am more preparation for this year's election. Centers Electoral Commission are demarcated for this particular registration exercise. I mean, more polling agent across all the centers are now, including the mobile teams are easy, are setting it up. So that, going forward, we know, say GCPP, any munuanoma akani, you are duly partaking in this whole exercise.
Mr. Speaker, yes, we are very much following up on all those issues. In fact, in the end, what we have done and we continue to do in there, we want to maximize our resources. We have some constituencies that we are very keenly interested in terms of having members of parliament from there.
I see.
They are those are where we are focused. There, you better there all the processes. You better so much in tune with. Now ensure that BBR recorded them by some of it there are strategies I am but I mean I want to say categorically there GCPP 2024 election, people should watch out for our parliamentary candidates because these are we feel that we need to break the duopoly in parliament, and you cannot break the duopoly at the presidential level without breaking the duopoly in parliament.
And which constituencies are GCPP? No, I.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, it's too early to bring out.
Oh, but I mean, you can tell us, constituency A, B, C, D. I mean, we're going to file a parliamentary candidate. I don't know, sir, and say she.
Oh, Anna Mekade, we are going to file in almost all the 268 constituencies, but the major issue is that, like I said, we are looking at about some 10 seats. Okay. Priority areas because of the dynamics over the years.
I see.
And we have a research team that is studying all the dynamics there, especially the internal wranglings in the other political parties. They've been taking lead in those areas to change the narrative there.
I think more attention for this particular registration.
Oh, what are your attention?
Exactly.
Because you feel that you make the necessary inroads. Maybe you're spreading resources across that. We are not able to get the inroads that we want. So why don't you concentrate, marshal all your efforts at certain places, and make sure that you make impact. This election is about making an impact. It's not just about participating. We don't want to be getting testing mic 1, 2, 1, 2. No, we want to ensure that we are able to break the duopoly in parliament. So that is where we are concerned.
Yeah, citizen, I mean, your concerns on the EC, yes.
You are talking about registration centers. That is one of our concerns. Because you see, the areas now, you concentrate on, some of them have challenges in terms of people going to register. And you will report a what's how the way create the MPP line or registration center? It's the people in a GCP line or whatever. These things have been happening, and we continue to tell the electoral commission that while the registration points are far from the people, it means they will need facilitation. It's the normal there, NDC and MPP and any political party who feel there they can support their people in terms of going to register. What about one would go to help them register so that they can go back. And this is what happens, that they end up creating queue. If you want the NDC to create to queue, now MPP to create to queue. If you want to know, you want to fight for you need to fight for they need to fight for the army some more that the Ghana phone Kana won't belong to NDC. Where should they go to? And we allow these things at registration centers. Meanwhile, the major issue we should deal with is that is the elector going by the rules of the game. Mr. Speaker, and I pay for your listeners and viewers. Look at CI 91 as amended. Electoral Commission talks about registration of voters. In designating a place as a registration center, it has already been flawed. Because
but I thought at that level on the Nkayapa every that debate came up. Yes.
I don't know. Because you are still having issues of suitability and accessibility. Number two, any of the young mammy gentlemen are all casano or about the appointment of officers. Now, what they handle the whole situation with political parties, one pictures and a name now, all the information about them. I want to put it on record that as far as GCPP is concerned, and I'm sure all other political parties are concerned, because I've called other general secretaries, nobody has received any information on the officers they are using for the registration exercise. No one. Per the CI 91, I think it's either section 8 or so. What it says in there, if before appointment of the officers, the EC is supposed to send the list of the proposed officers to a political party 14 days before the registration exercise. Has it been followed? Has it been followed? You know, some of these things.
But in your last IPAC, no one raises such concerns.
Our last IPAC is almost a month ago. We asked that how far with that issue. Also, I think I want to be shortlisted, but they will ensure that the district, our district officers receive this information. We requested there, will there be another IPAC meeting before the registration exercise starts, and even the district by-election? No, so a district by-election, they will hold, if any meeting, they will hold it with the district officers, or they will do a DIPAC. But they will see, if possible, will be a meeting before the registration exercise. Registration exercise is one starting day. There hasn't been any IPAC meeting. They have even said movement plans on our platform. But as for the officers, they have not put on there. So if you announce there, you've given or you will give an answer, that is not what the law says.
Very well.
So my issue is that let's play by the rules of the game, so that at the end of the day, the key issues that you want to raise at the end, which is integrity, transparency, and fairness, we are adhere by it.
Very
and
well.
you are sure in there, by whatever they want. And then we are indelible and they chose to do it at the district offices of the East last year. Yeah, you're quite there at the court and Koshiaga. If we are allowing these things to be taken out, at the end of the day, every avenue you are able to make it regret, you are bastardizing it. I can't be also will get back to you, we don't get back to us. If we go to court, they will give us a date after the hearing date after the registration exercise, which means every form of redress and able to be using. If you take it away, you force people. They say it's persuasion clause. Force up, it applies. You force people to take the law into their own hands. It's the best one. Then at least one might be transparent enough. Now one may address some of the issues along the way, so that at the end of the day, the result of the election will be accepted by all.
Thank you, such as that. I'm grateful for your time, Adopay. And that is the General Secretary of GCPP, indicated almost targeting 10 main constituencies. And I'm some beji seats in the They want to bring the geopolitics in Parliament and this year NPP. Interesting. 18 after that, Kanisa Ventures father over Kanisa Heba Mr. Don Pacho, and with Jamai so and a place I would see me now Honamo baby 82 Pacho Yaobi Ababet now so the sign ya reabin tinia and a pay Nondom Kanisa in Roy Ebi na Ebetuning in ano I say at the amount. Kanisa Nkwa and Pacho Sisi Ariano etu as ye precope gonorrhea no ebeko candidiasis menstrual pains and a prostate enlargement ninano on nom Kanisa no ibia tuning in ano I say at the mouth and pay Ora Heba shop will be a Monaji Kanisa no ebi for one more on 0247887436 0247887436 and after 0202990943 na when Kanisa any enkomo anope Pacho will call a year contain taxi rank Ubenya Kanisa Heba shop no to be at home the Domupa afi will call baseline pharmacy you wouldn't be a Ghana habebia Ubenya be ewo at home I'm faster than a bit so Emma Obatampa prostate center and pay one more daroma Pacho prostate no one be to us here Obatampa say many will need Komoy and say Bema dear 40 years if you are 9 air conning na prostate area no efrasia or then a home ever and pay will be a short catheter ewo bear memoir only Obatampa for any and common na one be just so a catheter no every I feel what would Johnson I am be a pressure dear children I am there for ya winya tinka pass and so you need MP but your symptoms problems so a boko Afi dra na dra wo Johnson tentempa. Ni nyina no symptoms bi anɔpɛ fa wani kyerɛ mo ɛwɔ fifi prat last stop ɛwɔ Kaswa nyanya no main road no ɛso Batampa oni omuni nkɔmɔ on 0553 800 678 0553 800 678 na wani Batampa any nkɔmɔ. It is only 20 after 9. Amaji.
Yeah, Kwame Jesu.
I both to say.
Nyamia Domarakwa, Nyamia Domibineza, baby Odia Babedrino.
Very well.
So about 10 team. That's what you Kwame.
Very well. Mamintio na yeni nkomwe yansana ya sorry akona Electoral Commission and Komono and no one at the pay yetimi edi just to see how our processes no etimi a beginning. Mami entio.
Yes, Kwame. GCPP for.
Yeah.
I'm say budget 10 seats.
10 seats.
We wish them all the best. But Kwame to be the biggest news in the world.
Omo yet targeting.
Yes.
Say,
it will be the biggest news in the world. Not even say Donald Trump acquire president of Russia. And look why big news than say GCPP will have 10 seats in Ghana's parliament. Yes, that would be the biggest news.
I see.
Yes. Bakwame.
Yes.
Me monitor interviews away na. It's a nice interviews. A bien no maybe so edi ache. Now, we share the judgment of Jeche Kwesi.
Yeah.
High Court judgment. The case nearby. The High Court don't be able to say election is process.
Yeah.
Day of picking forms, day of submission, day of voting, counting and declaration.
Yeah.
And a formal election. So election is process. So, per the Supreme Court, High Court really nearby. A chair and say the 7th December voting, and I say election, I started today.
Exactly.
Because registration, and you come then we go to the where the aspirants will be picking forms. Day of submission, then day of voting. Now, counting and declaration. Let's just say the election in Abanawi. So, if election is a processor, election 2024 has started today.
Okay.
So,
yes,
Kwame. The 7th December na part of the election process and your voting day.
Yeah.
And yes, sat down in the year election. So, if that is the case, Kwame, the Electoral Commission, they have to be very careful. Your best room say, pay him diabuno. You who say election 2024 chassis. Kwame, Omukasemu, they have to be very careful. Some of the statement about Bontia, you get careful. Now, your diagnosis statement in ye, you who say, enko creative problem and farm this country. Kwame, you should be for 2020 election. How you declare election twice, even 3 times. Upon 2 times that was declared, their website was different. Jamaica, what I say? You should be busy every sardine. Now, Faye, and mayan pentam yan and bibian tem because we are Ghana. Electoral Commission, the power being vested in you to do whatever you want to do. Jamaica, what I say? 2020 elections. You almost call IPAC meeting. And the IPAC meeting, MPP, one of the IPAC meetings, and the MPP was represented by Mr. Joe Anoche.
Yeah.
And the party, other political parties, they say, Papa, where the young person on the very represented MPP because it has nothing on net party executive. Because IPAC, party executives, and they represent it. So he was thrown away. Because that time, now come up somebody computer, computerize it, how to, your friend say, come out with the election results. That's kind of thing. It was a no compare no what some say, declare election 24 hours.
Yeah.
Because of that issue nearby, and easily can say, okay, channel panel, you better manual. That manual will take you 3 days, more than even 3 days. But was not able to come out to tell us, you better call for 3 days. Then the 24 hours stood at that time, and I'm conformable. Yes, Kwame. And I listened to Ora Srebuakweku, Dr. Srebuakweku, Director of Operations. Also, Kabibi was say, their hope is this election, 7 December voting, Kwame. You did 3 days and they be declared. Sankawanka, yeah. Kwame made a Kwanka.
Say almost 3 days.
Yes, I heard him. Oh, joy, the other time. Make Kwanka, yeah. You may have hot time, Kakran, you quasi a rush too much. Till I make us a statement, I feel bedroom, lebino. Now, Ebikwana bet to be the 2 days I declaration. Nenko Kokubisa say, I don't know pen terms are a big one. I want to be 3 days, no, neko 4 days, Nenko Foka say, no one I can say, Uber the 3 days. Na fedia na esie dia na wo hide all the biche na ekoro raise eyebrows na all this stuff. Kwame, jeto su biem ye, basing people to go and register. Kwame, it's a electoral fraud. If people don't know, oh, basu will be register. Kwame, it amount to electoral fraud.
I didn't tell American, sir.
Yes, Kwame. Same, and cophobia stakio, and krahase. Let's one more to about. You ever say, Sehi Asangweso, and I say, Sehi body. Now remember the car VIP before me some go register. Kwame, I'm buying their conscience.
Automatically,
yes, Kwame, I'm buying their conscience. We have to analyze this issue clear. Because Kwame, so be to aba and the VIP free you call ufri and krahase eko bogatanga is almost 300 cities. They make what I say.
Yeah.
Next nipa 200 ekase. Yeah, we have say you perceive to aba with your chrome. We want to go and register, but we don't have money. Next time we per head 300 Ghana cedis. Kwame,
now money correct.
Three buses. That's what we call. I feed them. I give them food in and out. Me do more kwaba. Kwame have bought their conscience. It amounts to electoral fraud, election manipulation. We need to settle this matter once and for all. It should be the electoral commission. Say, ebi a be budget bi ana say NCC for say be budget bi na yetimi aye sad no. Se nye sa pa nkofo a Kwame ye momo ye bas mo koye sa no ma no. Kwame me sa na me hu no.
But now you see the electoral commission no. I mean concerns are now nkofo no. Your electoral areas. Okay? Through the electoral areas, and they are creating polling stations. Ye de beto aba no. The electoral area bia when you put number of polling stations what the people were simply saying is that registration na registration no on election day, okay, yentimi mma meto aba no wo district office oye den ya wo be create polling station and I would ato aba no enti why don't we send or take the registration exercise to the people at the polling stations na wo beto aba wo no. What you say? But EC insisted in saying, sir, there be
go to the district.
One more district office now, no money.
This issue said in a neighbor.
Yes, for instance, Obi War, your friend is a Patasi, Ewa Memphis West district, and also a gravel yard, Mumuni, Obe travel for close to 2 hours. As had one be dressing Kriguasa Obe registration. What district office no AC as in Krigua municipal office. District assembly in Chenwa. It is a semi panel the travel no aba
if the person doesn't have money. Obede. And you see, this and then America wants them say it gives the political parties the opportunity to blast people, to penetrate. So me, how do you determine some your MPP? How do you determine some your NDC? So the moment Ebia Kwame from Po Bibaba, Nana from Po Bibaba, Appiah Kubi Bibaba, whatever say, you have bought my conscience because I need to register. These are some of the things addressed before. Says some yakada.
Yaka. I see no reason why. easy no ejina ase chinchina say district office.
Yes, Kwame.
There's
something that I don't also feel comfortable with it. When you read the graphic, the comprehensive. In fact, yesterday I watched it live. Michelin in our life. But I don't know how come that I missed this
aspect,
Aspect, Or limited registration start today. Now, the power outage, the committee in
a generator. No?
Yes, or say, as a proactive measure to ensure that the power outages did not affect the registration process, the EC chairperson said the commission had made provision for all district offices to acquire generators. That's a district in our acquire generators as standby power installations because of the doom soda. Again, Mrs. Mensah said, in the event of any power failure, the eligible persons could also be registered using offline method where the details of the registrant will be uploaded onto a pen drive and updated when there was a power. I don't get it.
The registration kits, is connected to a server. Okay? And for instance, local registration center where biometric machine capture fingerprint, udin, udate, and no BBR. Okay? At the end of the day, because kits near connected to one server, and one more transfer straight na kwakoto server okay, so that it will allow them the opportunities that the following day one more bet me assign. Now in situations
like the light is off, which the processor cannot be operated
exactly. Now network is so basa okay. The kids there still now bet me capture become more generator. Into almost a generator now machines na kasa na omu use laptop scanning machines ni nyina be ye adwuma. But I no one we are because I want to me uploading to server and so straight okay, there will be a pen driver one more be copy information and one more taking
that is where I have a problem. The pen drive that Kwame, that me read the pen drive, that is where I have a problem, Kwame. Necessary how could capture a pen drive. This is past 600 and I register.
Yeah.
And I'm gone.
Yeah.
Necessary corner say the pen drive no ira. What about the mistakenly? The time I say me sakwa clicky bibine is being deleted.
Yeah. Okay. Our pen drive.
Our pen drive no so. So I didn't yanya say yama light off. Go and come back.
I see.
Kwame, be see this thing about me a creative problem. Me register.
Light off no crowd. There's some more generators. But network
no near canvas. Network yes the year Kwame. Me say adie bi ade pen drive is optional Kwame. Pen drive is for individuals. Adie public year the pen drive in here the Kwame. The pen drive bet me ayra.
But this is not the first time we use sir.
No, this process here to say e for the ni bi no. NI for Obekai say. No me say oh mo baby a network ni ye capture mo details near the aba headquarters. And the creative problem basically up to now Bucran and can the same strategy, but as for this one there, and I'm saying the system will be still there because but light need capture your good pen drive. So the pen drive can create a problem. What about say your honomuana will to biaba piche then the pen drive naira. It is possible in this country, Kwame. If I'm making sense, I'm not making sense. I'll stop.
What you are saying is legitimate. I mean, pen drive is nipa de beko.
No catch us I
But the good thing is that so this is where another challenge is. Isi Kasano was say machines, machine in the board offices, okay, to print start of day report and end of day report, okay. And at the commencement of the registration exercise, as I say, you're printing near who say equipment near the Babel registration, so you're empty. Ubia data be honest.
Okay.
And you're clean. Okay. We are say 5 p.m. no bo near see your closing registration. Yam Koniam right the next day. As I see a sign printing the end of day report. Now parties ni agents ni who say at the end of the day, yetimi register nipa 200 enti nipa 200 din and ya capture yetimi issue cards e dia yede e dia mom no na de be the evidence party ni betimi di agina so okay so even in situations where omo akọ offline I mean on my end of day report of 200 registrants afi ye buy ye no mo se mo upload 300 100 na ba be ka ho no efri what you say enti we need a little bit of stopgap measures but I mean just as you are saying nipa and the control sa na yema ni nyina enti concerns ni bi o
Kwame tie machine wa de Kwame na Kwame ma me fa manusi me de manusi na ma Jibrin
yeah
e ka se mi fa the miner ho na mate se Evans ni ma konsoso na o ka kire adom I was monitoring him ono so say or question NDC for say obi ahwe no obi anko register foreigner and minors
okay
Kwame this issue say yatena ho ache dodo Kwame yatena ho ache dodo say age verification regulation bia ni this country Kwame fi nananom penso a yasesa election from dark and opaque your friend say ballot box to transparent to paper to photometric about biometric registration so can't we deal with this in the minor registration once and for all and the foreigners every election piano every election piano we hear people coming from Togo registering the voter region we hear people coming from Cote d'Ivoire our register was Sampa Doma Hinkwe Lubu. We hear people from Burkina Faso register of Nania, Paga, and all these things. And then, as a country, can't we stem this once for all? Come, I don't get it.
Very
and the minus a register. Come, Miss Way, baby, you know. So last say it's almost clear about 15,000.
Yeah, we
Miss Way, baby, best actually be.
But I say, why I'm faster than me, my Fidico poultry and animal feed center, one patrol layer premise, no, I walk Wakoko, no, I won't yeah, no man at home, because you're in I don't pay for layer premise to be a friend in Niane, a bebwa man at work, Cassia, and the Domo. Broiler premise, no patrol promoting a boy the growth of Cocoa, yeah, one more quacoton. I don't pay what person Wakono, any healthy now, when you're Cassia and number the home photo in the Sicadia. I don't pay this broiler premise of a friend in Niane. Na ebebwa ni yepa pick premise get the from preko nuane eboa wo mo wododo mo pa nutrient minerals ahodo ni nyina bi ewo mo toxin binder ebe clear unwanted material bia every aboa no system mo enonti anopay woni fidiko for any enkomo Ghana kuani na ubenya kua yo no eso emfaso pa se opese wotu nuane no nyina bi tonwa acho oni fidiko poultry and animal feed center for any enkomo anopay on 0244 260-190 0244-260-190 and after 0202-769698. I'm right here Tobut wa you be dodo wa kwantempon so and I'll be here. Speak to us na anope yebejo so pa. I was here made as a time to check out of here na Sejo Emfa mid production no emetwa so. I was here made as my main wish Francis. I do say a very big happy birthday. I do say it's your birthday today. We celebrate you. God bless you and grant you strength. Alice Odai, Laye, Mrs. I don't pay your birthday. Happy birthday to you. We celebrate you this morning. I don't pay and celebrate you. And happy birthday to you. God bless you so much. And I mean, we say Lucian Bentum, a very big happy birthday. Lucian, it's your birthday. Celebrating good health. Madeline Nanaya, celebrate your new age today. And I pray the blessings of the Most High abide with you. And a big one to Bram Safo Achampon. It's your birthday this morning, little Achampon. God bless your new age. Happy birthday. And let me celebrate my brother Isaac Felsen. Isaac Felsen, it's your birthday this morning. I celebrate you. You're a great guy. Happy birthday to you. God bless you so much with good health and prosperity. And right into the show. Now, when you're Kessien, Isaac Felsen, my brother from another mother. Dennis Ohine Ajare, celebrate your birthday this morning. I pray for God's fervent prayers upon your life. God bless you. And right in with your Kessien, that one show up. Eric, it's your birthday. Weji to celebrate your day today. ICGC Kotobabi and our walk. I pay happy birthday to you. God bless you. Not when you're Kessben. Abusia me da say, yapon. Anyway, say joy is happiness with mid production. Me and Kwame Appiah Kubi. On behalf of my team, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you for having make time with us. I don't do me any ochina. The midweek edition. Yababa na yababa so munyina. Stay with us and the rest of our programs. Good morning. We are out.